Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another late night K-Bill TV video that I'm recording, and I don't really know what I want to talk about today. It's been a while since I've recorded one of these. It's midnight on a Thursday, man. Just a random day, and I've been thinking about it the last couple of days. Like, I should record one of these and put a video out. It's been a while. You know, it's one of those things where, like, I feel like every year I say, oh, this is gonna be the year that I record and edit more videos and like actually do things, and then I just never do it. And I feel like, you know, there's no better time than right now to like actually do shit. One of the things I remember being told in therapy is that saying something like, I should do this or I should do that should be more of an I will do this right now or as soon as possible or whatever. It's hard to keep that in mind all the time. But this is one of those moments where I've been thinking about it for a couple of days. I've been thinking about how I'm going to start this video, even how I have nothing to really talk about. I don't really have a topic that I'm like dying to discuss, but I am dying to make one of these videos. It feels a little awkward. I'm not gonna lie. I forgot how it feels to even record anything, which I think is not good. It's not good if I want to be more of a YouTuber, you know, especially when I feel like I haven't really been getting much out of streaming as I used to over the past like 2 years, maybe. You know, I've been sitting here thinking about, like, I just moved like 2 months ago. I moved into a place with my girlfriend 2 months ago. It's been so long since I've made a YouTube video, since I've recorded one of these, that I've now been in 2 different relationships, and I'm currently still in one of them, which is great because she's great. Life is great. I'm still struggling mentally sometimes. I will say that, but it doesn't feel as devastating as it used to. The only thing that has been bothering me really is just getting used to having more responsibility for more than just myself, and then by extension having to be more personally responsible for myself just in general as an adult. That has really been a pretty, I wouldn't say it's a pretty massive adjustment. It's more just like a new feeling that I am welcoming with open arms, but it feels awkward. It doesn't feel real. None of this stuff feels real yet. I was thinking, like, you know, what's gonna change for me mentally going through this big life change, and I found that, you know, not really feeling like I'm where I want to be at, even at the most basic level of just providing a life for myself and my girlfriend. That's been like a really tough thing to sit and think about all the time and be like, man, when am I gonna get this job? The job market sucks ass right now. And I have to keep thinking to myself, and I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate with this too, to just not blame yourself, to not like let it weigh you down. For me, that's been really hard. I don't know about anyone else. Probably most people, it would tend to feel the same way, but I don't really know. I feel like I'm in a moment in life where I'm like feeling things that I've never truly believed I would ever feel. Like, I have freedom. I have a personal life that is not tied directly to my parents. I don't see them every day anymore, which is still weird. Like, it's, you know, it's only been a couple of months. The reality in itself hasn't even really fully set in for me yet. Like I said, it still feels like a dream. Like, it's not a thing that's happening for me, and it's really weird to know that this is a major positive change in my life, and I don't know how to adapt to it, because I never thought it would happen. Deep down in my soul, I was like, oh, you know, that's probably never gonna happen for me because it's me. Horrible mentality. Don't think like that at all. Don't do that to yourself, because I should never have thought that, period. But I don't know. I like the struggle is real. The mental struggle is real. I don't know. I kind of wanted to use this recording almost like a diary for this point in my life, just because I don't really have anything else that I want to talk about, but I want to get these thoughts out. Even if I don't really know if I should put these thoughts on the internet, I kind of just don't care all that much if I do or not. I feel like partially what's the harm in it? And there's another part of me that's like, oh, you're being too personal. This is a little weird. At the same time, I also don't think that's the case. I just think I'm doing my thing of overthinking again. I don't know why I'm so nervous recording this. I definitely hesitated starting the recording. I think I may have already said that. I was sitting here for like 20 minutes just contemplating, what am I gonna say? With all the new feelings that I've been experiencing, or even just like feelings I would never thought I would actually be feeling, period. It's been weird. I've just felt weird constantly. But I can sit here and be like, yo, I can stream whenever, record whenever, edit whenever, without feeling like there's somebody over my shoulder just waiting for me to shut the fuck up. ISIS is really extremely supportive of just about everything that I do, which I'm very thankful for. I mean, we wouldn't be living together if she wasn't such a good partner. We wouldn't be together for over a year now if she wasn't such a good partner. Having a partner like her is something I never thought I would have in my life at all, whatsoever. Having a partner that I know will love and support me pretty much almost no matter what I do. It feels, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, to actually experience like unconditional love is something I never thought in my life I would ever even deserve to feel, let alone it actually happens. I know that all my friends are probably going to be watching this and being like, yo, Bill, why would you ever think that? Come on, you're a great person, yada yada yada, which I do believe. It's also like, do I do enough in my own life to warrant someone wanting to share theirs with me? And I've always felt like, nah. Deep down, I know everyone deserves love, and everybody should include me. And then I don't lump myself in with everybody else. I hate when I do that. I hate when other people do that, but I feel like I hate it more when I do that and then sit here and say these words out loud and then go, damn, I really do that to myself. I don't really do that many positive things for myself. That's why I don't even stream as much as I used to, upload videos like I want to all the time, like I say I'm going to all the time, just because I probably just sit here and feel like, oh, what's the point? I lose before I even start, because I tell myself that that's not gonna happen for me, that's not gonna exist for me. And I know that deep down, before getting into this relationship, I wasn't feeling like that about relationships. I was like, dude, I could totally be a good partner for someone. I gotta try. So I did. Then I sit here and I'm like, why don't I try in other aspects in life the same way? So then I did, in fact, end up starting to really try my damnedest again to look for a job, because I know that everybody is good enough at something to be able to work for money. And while I'm doing that, I should also be able to create content. Now, I was thinking to myself, by this point in moving in with ISIS, that I would have my setup fully set up for making videos and recording and streaming and all that. I don't. I'm still waiting on the parts of my desk. I was gonna buy all the stuff this month, but some of it wasn't even in stock. So I'm just waiting for the second half of it next month. But I was thinking, like, I know that this computer, because it's better than my other computer, can still stream and edit videos. So this is my attempt at doing that, is making this late night video. It's just a lot of rambling, which I don't really know if you guys are going to be into, but I'm just kind of throwing caution to the wind and saying fuck it anyway. But I do really want to know what are some topics that you guys would want me to talk about, like or Like, what are things on your guys' mind that you would want to hear my opinion on? So please, like, write some shit down in the comments. I also do have that email, which I'm going to put at the bottom of the screen right now, so that, you know, anyone who reaches this point in the video will see. Hit me up with that email if you have something that you want me to talk about as well. You know, I was looking at things that I know that I wrote down for myself, and I'm like, man, I don't really feel in the right mindset right now to talk about these things. I would have to be in that mode in order to talk about these certain things, and I don't want to spoil them because I want some of them to be at least be a little bit of a surprise or whatever. But, you know, I don't know. I think about everything that I've gone through in the last like couple months, which is all just really positive stuff, and it just feels like a wave of holy shit, I can't believe this is real, constantly happening to me over and over. And then somehow I can still struggle mentally. Not everything is perfect. Not all of my problems have been solved. Not all of my physical and mental health problems have gone away. Mostly the mental was the things where I'm like, oh man, maybe this stuff will improve. Maybe I'll feel more motivated to do this and say this and all that. And it just, that hasn't really panned out. But it's like, I feel like I'm living a pretty good life right now. We're not having like a bad time. We're living perfectly normal, fine lives. That was another thing I was worried about, is just like, am I going to be too much of a burden? Which in retrospect, really, I was going to say a really dumb thing of me to feel, but I don't think it's stupid. I'm not going to invalidate my own feelings. I just think that positive change has actually really been harder to get used to than I ever thought it would be, which is crazy to say out loud. Like, I never thought that like positivity would make me still sit here and be like, well, damn, this is too much. Can I go back to bullshit now? Can I go back to dog shit? Can I go back to just net worse because it's just what I'm used to? And I know I'm not the first person to ever feel like this. I know I'm not the first person, even out of my friends, to ever feel like this. But like, how do you ask for advice on how to deal with positive change? How do you look somebody in the face like, oh man, there's too many good things happening in my life at once, and I don't know how to deal with it. This fucking sucks. Without someone looking at you and basically just going, man, fuck you. It feels so weird. But it's true. Like, my brain doesn't know how to comprehend like these good things that are happening, and I know that I still have a lot to improve on personally in terms of making even more good things happen for myself. That, like, you know, there's still other things that like I've sat back and just made me feel like, damn, I never thought I'd get to this point. I feel like I keep rambling back and forth, right? I feel like that's the only way to get these thoughts out. Kind of like I'm speaking in a circle. It's just, everything just feels weird, but I shouldn't be feeling weird, you know. And I know this is probably a great excuse to sit here and be like, man, therapy, I need that. Instead of talking about it on a fucking YouTube video. The fuck? The game crashed. Okay, be right back, I guess. All right. To get back to what I was talking about. Yeah, actually, I don't even fully remember what I was saying. I know I was talking about, like, you know, dealing with not knowing how to deal with positive change, and everything just feels weird, and my brain doesn't know, like, I really don't know how to comprehend it, and I keep just saying things over and over again to y'all, just kind of speaking in circles. But like, I feel like that's all I can do right now, and I haven't really talked about this like pretty much at all on stream. I'd like to kind of not bring these things up while I'm live streaming, because I'm trying to cultivate a, you know, positive, entertaining environment. But I see these videos as something more of like a time to open up the emotional water well. The dam that I am holding is now breaking to let these things out, because, you know, it's a different environment. You know, YouTube's a different environment. It doesn't always have to be one thing. I can make videos about multiple different subjects, but I always feel like my stream should be what it's always been, something for me to just like be the streamer that I would want to watch while I'm struggling mentally. mentally, while also at the same time with something like this being the YouTuber that I would want to watch while I'm struggling mentally. And that includes like some of the other video ideas that I have that I could probably record. There was something that I've been trying to record that I need my other computer, my other setup for, because I was already in the process of doing it. I can't just switch computers. That would fuck the whole project file up. It would just make it infinitely harder to edit together, and I know it's gonna be probably like a long, arduous, exhausting editing process of trying to get it how I'm imagining it in my head. So I just haven't worked on that video at all. But I could start something new like I'm kind of doing right now and use the gaming computer instead, you know, make it something a little on a smaller scale, so that I don't have to worry about editing clips that are weeks, months old into one video that, I don't know, takes like 6 months to make or something. And I'm only estimating that it's going to take 6 months to make, just based on the fact that I haven't even finished recording all of it yet. So I haven't even gotten the gameplay part completed. And that's not even before going through like, okay, how am I going to structure this? How am I going to write this? How am I gonna visualize this? How am I gonna put the visuals in there the way that I'm imagining they're gonna look right now in my head? So I don't really have any other ideas that I think that I could work on in a quick manner other than a video like this that's just me rambling on about my feelings, or like how these other videos have been where it's more of a specific subject in mind. But I know that there's got to be something I know that I could do. I just need to think of it and make it, because if I don't do it right now, I'm not going to do it at all. And that's the reason why I'm just like, man, I gotta record this thing right now, do it right now, because I know if I don't, when I know that I'm feeling like, oh man, I really want to do this, I'm just not going to do it. And I know in one of my previous late night videos, I talked about motivation and struggling with motivation. I went back and looked at it, and it reminded me of, once again, my old therapist telling me about how, you got to learn how to get shit done without feeling motivated. Like how to get things done without having to motivate yourself, and just do it like it's second nature. And that's exactly what I feel like I'm doing right now, because even though I'm sitting there like, oh, I want to do this, the entire time before me hitting record, I'm sitting there like, I don't want to do this. I don't really feel like I'm in the mood to do this right now. So this is definitely a forcing myself. I know I said I was nervous in the beginning, but I don't feel nervous anymore. I've gotten more and more comfortable with recording this, which again is the point of me doing this in the first place. I know I've talked a lot about multiple different subjects throughout this entire video, but I do want you guys to know throughout every step of the way of me going through everything that I've gone through, I haven't given up. And I mean specifically, like, I haven't given up on content creation. I may be struggling to put videos together constantly, and I may be nowhere near as consistent as I used to be with streaming, but I haven't given up, and I'm not going to, because I know I have ideas, and I know those ideas are good, and I know that I can put them together. But it's getting over the, oh, I don't really feel like it, as well as getting over the, I'm too nervous to do it. I'm too nervous to fail. When there's no way I could possibly fail at creating something. The only thing I could do is improve, just create. I don't know why I put things like this on such a pedestal. That's something I definitely need to seek out a new therapist and figure out, like, why do these things make me feel this way? Why do I feel like everything has to be perfect every single time? Which is again why I'm forcing myself to record this, because this is not like most of these videos. I have written down the topic that I've wanted to talk about and taken notes on the points that I want to get across. while the rest of it remains unscripted. This has none of that at all. I don't have a topic. I don't have notes. All I am doing is just talking unscripted, which is part of what makes me uncomfortable. But I have to be in this moment. I have to be, or else I'm just not going to do it at all. I'm just not going to make a video. I'm just not going to do the things that I want, because it's always going to make me uncomfortable until I get used to it. And at this point, I have not gotten used to making YouTube content in the slightest. And I think that's a problem when I'm sitting here and just telling myself, oh, I got to do this, I got to do that, and then I'm still too scared to go through with it. I'm being a little bitch about it, to put it in like the most like layman's terms, you know. And even though I don't like to sit here and say to myself like, yo, you're just being a bitch, stop being a bitch. The reason I feel like I like hate doing that is because it reminds me of the, yo bro, you just gotta be a man, dog. You gotta be a man about it. Don't be a man, you're fucking pussy. And I fucking hate that mentality. I don't know. I don't really fully know where I'm going with this. And I think that's the beauty of this video, is that there is no point to get at the end. There is nothing that I want you guys to take out of this to keep with you, other than all I ever am is honest. And I'm trying to be more honest with myself in the process of recording this video. You know, looking inward while creating a YouTube video is a little weird. You know, that's the whole point for me today, right now, in this moment. This is more for me than anybody else. So I don't think anyone's really gonna take something out of this like I would usually typically want people to when I make a late night video. You know, I love making people think. I love making people want to talk about deep things and thinking deeply about themselves and their place in the world and things of that nature. But I shouldn't say I almost never confront these things constantly, or even as often within myself as I do in these videos, or as I want other people to do with these videos. I can't even remember the last time I uploaded something. I know it's been a couple of years, so bear with me. I do have plans this time. I just need to force myself. So, you know, I don't expect this to get many views. I don't expect many people to even like this late night video. I don't expect anything really. The only thing that I expect from this is my own self-improvement in some way, shape, or form. Because I've spent so long neglecting myself and who I am as a person. And I think in the past like 2 weeks, I've really sat here and thought to myself, like, I don't want to neglect myself anymore. I deserve better than that. I don't deserve the hate that I give myself. And if you feel the exact same way that I do, you don't deserve it either. You're gonna have to trust me on that. I personally feel like it's easier to put that trust in other people before believing it for yourself first. But that's also probably why I don't believe in myself at the same time. Or I should say I don't believe in myself as much as I want to. And again, I don't want to say I should. Oh, I should do this, I should do that, because I should be thinking about more of I will do this and how will I do it. And I think it starts with something small like this. You know, forcing myself to be uncomfortable again, and to lay these thoughts out again, and to tell myself I can do more and I will do more, and I am doing more. This is weird. This whole video is weird. I don't even know what I'm going to call this. I don't really think I have anything else to say. I think I left it all out there, honestly. Well, if you like this video, if you want to see more things like it, if you want to see me actually talk about genuine topics that you want me to talk about, like this video, subscribe, comment something that you want me to talk about, or email it to me once again at the email that I will put up on screen again, and do what I'm doing and try to do more things for yourself, you know. And thank you for being a part of my journey, my life journey. And I know that all of my friends and all of the most supportive people in this audience are always going to be there for me in one way or another. And I thank you all for that, because I need that, because I'm not where I want to be yet, but I am going to get there. And it's because of that support that I get that's going to help me get to that point. So don't forget that you're important too. Don't forget that. And I'll try not to forget it either.